Okay, I feel like this is definitely better. So I've been trying to honestly refilm and keep refilming my video of how my gap year is doing, because May 7th is my 1 year anniversary for me taking my gap year, and I honestly just wanted to make a video about it. So that's what I did. And I honestly was just sitting in my accounting class one day thinking about life, thinking about everyone around me, and really just thinking about how I want my life to look. You know, why I was going to college in the first place, why I didn't really take the time to ask myself what I wanted to go into school for. Because in high school, I've always wanted to go to school for business and go into corporate world, this and that, be a boss-ass bitch. But the kind of mentality I had then is different from the mentality that I have now. And it all started with me getting an internship. Me decided, you know what, why don't I just spend a year here in California and see how it goes? Because California and Los Angeles is the place that I've been wanting to move to ever since I was a little girl. So the fact that I actually got to pull off living a full year without my family, without friends, without the environment that I was so comfortable in, just honestly makes me feel so good that I was able to do that. Fast forward a year later and reflecting back on everything that's happened within this last year, I just wanted to talk about some things that I've learned, and whether, you know, I regret taking a gap year or not. And if you're someone who is also thinking about taking a gap year, then stay tuned. It's weird because going from having a schedule every week and going from, these are your classes, your class starts at 3, this and that, you go home, do homework, nap, you know, eat, whatever. It's weird because your schedule is like so different. Like, I know my schedule now revolves around, you know, my job, my work, and all those things, my hobbies, my passion, and things that I'm also working on the side, and juggling your free time for yourself. But it's a good kind of juggle because you're choosing the kind of stress that you want to deal with instead, if that makes sense. Like for me, okay, yes, I'm working towards for my own means and for my own needs, and I'm also doing things for my dreams and my aspirations and really just fueling that. So it's weird having that concept of literally once you're not in a university setting and once you're not in school, you are in complete control of what happens tomorrow. You are in complete control of how your week is looking like. And having friends from different walks of life and from different ages is really interesting because you're not always going to see your close friends that you make all the time. Like, I know for me, I'm a person who values my alone time, and I'm the kind of person who appreciates my own company and appreciates, you know, getting my needs met before I can see people, because it's so important for me. Like, once I get my mind right and once, like, I take care of myself, I'm so much more amazing to the world around me and to everyone around me. And so it's weird because you're not always gonna have that access of hanging out with friends like you did in college. A lot of my close friends, like, we were roommates. Just the proximity was way more convenient for us to hang out, so it didn't even take much of like a greater effort to like reach out. But when you're in the real world and when you have your own life going on and when you have your own schedule, you actually have to take more time and more effort and more energy to spend time with people who you want to hang out with. And I feel like it's honestly a good thing because you showing effort means that you value that, and I feel like that's something that's definitely going away. People don't want to exert a lot more effort than they should and expect things to just kind of happen. It's good to work towards and put more effort and really just go out of your way to cultivate the kind of friendships and the kind of relationships you're wanting. But that's one thing that I'm learning, which is weird. I'm also learned everything you once thought you knew and everything that you've learned from college, thinking about the real world is so much more different. So there's a lot of unlearning and relearning that I had to do. No one prepares you for the real world. No one paints a very specific picture of how your life is going to be like after school. It's crazy because there's a lot of people from different walks of life that I've been meeting who are still going to school, who have graduated a year later and are still looking for a career within their field. There's people who are in their 30s and are still going back for their doctorates, extending their education or changing their career and going back to college for that change. There's this podcast that I watch with Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is just talking about her book Becoming, which I heard so many good things about, and it's on my reading list. But she was just pretty much saying how if you go about your life thinking that after college everything in life is set, everything in life is, you know, at its own place, and that's all that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, that is honestly an unrealistic expectation to have when it comes to just living life. And for her, she just pretty much reiterated the fact that throughout our whole lives we're going to work towards on becoming, because we're always changing and we're always going to be going through certain phases of our life, you know, whether it be relationships, everything. There's peace and solace with that, because having the understanding that everyone around you, including yourself, is gonna be working towards like figuring things out, whatever that may be, for the rest of your life. You feel a sense of connection with people. You feel more connected and you feel like you guys can definitely empathize with whatever it is you're going through. You're gonna be going through different challenges when you enter your 30s. You're gonna be going through different phases when you are literally starting a family. So nothing in life is ever certain. Don't stress too much about the things that you don't know what's gonna happen for sure. One of the things that I also learned is that you are stronger than what you seem, and you're capable of so much more than you think you are capable of. I feel like we definitely go through emotional turmoils, whether it be in relationships or just moving to a different place and feeling so uncomfortable. And months pass by and you still feel that way, and it's like you start to believe that you're gonna feel that way forever. But honestly, everything heals through time, and time is gonna be your best friend. Time is weird. It's an arbitrary thing that us humans made so we could keep track of everything. But that's a whole different video too in itself. Do I regret taking a gap year? No. No, because I entered my gap year wanting self-assurance. I wanted to really get to know myself. I wanted to shut out all of the noise around me, what society expects of me, what my friends and family want from my life and how my life would look like career-wise, this and that. I wanted to find out my own inner voice. Did I find that? Yes, I got to know myself so much more, and I got to truly appreciate what it is to just like figure things out on your own and really just trust your gut and your intuition, because that is literally like your compass. And for me, I just wanted to have that self-assurance. I wanted to be more bold when it comes to making decisions for my own life and not so much seeking people to make those important decisions for me. I've never felt so grounded about myself, and if it wasn't for this year, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know who I'd be. I highly encourage people to go after it. It's gonna be scary. There's gonna be challenges along the way that you're gonna face, but it is honestly worth it. It's honestly worth exploring. And if you are someone who is going into college and are thinking about taking a gap year, then you might just want to really consider taking a gap year. It's scary because yes, that means that you're gonna be like a year behind from your friends. But thinking about it, not everyone who goes into college anticipating to graduate within the 4 years, graduate within 4 years. There's people who have stayed longer. There's people who are ongoing like their 6th year or their 5th year. And that's totally fine. Set intentions, set goals for yourself. Use it productively and proactively and see what happens a year after. And that's all I have for today. For the sake of the length of this video, I wanted to kind of keep it short and to the point and still be insightful. Don't be afraid to listen to your own voice. Your own voice is very beautiful and you are unique in your own way. And live the fucking life that you want to live. And if people don't agree with it, then honestly, like, why should you care? It's not their life. You're living for your own life. And so I just want everyone to have a good day, have a good rest of the week. You guys are amazing, and till next time. Bye.